Okay, so it's time for a video update on the Denver Canyon Western. We've done some cleaning over the weekend, and we actually have finally run sessions on the railroad where we've operated trains from one end to the other, although it's only 2/3 done, but everything is working great, and I'm really happy with it. So right now we're in Deadwood Yard, and we're just looking at a couple of short freights that have been brought in, and they're getting broken up. And over here we'll go a little bit to the right, heading toward which would be the west, and coming up by the turntable and the caboose track, sand house, of course, coaling facility, ash pit, etc. There's my little I got a little dinosaur. It's kind of my little ode to John Allen. He's got this little HO woman in his mouth, if you look carefully, and that's my statement saying that's the end of HO after he finishes swallowing her up. At any rate, it's just kind of fun. I kind of move him around from time to time and put him wherever. Now we've got the, actually what will be the engine house. You can see I've got two walls built in the back. They're laying there getting ready to be assembled. I'm waiting for a load of lumber to come from the lumber mill to finish it up. And then we'll go up here. Latest area that I'm working in right now is the lumber loading facility with the yard pole. Just finished the little donkey engine skidder. And up here at the logging spur, good old Shea number 1, fine running PBL unit that takes care of the lumber area. And we're going to go a little further, what would be westbound. This is the upper main, which we also have basically it's a switchback track, but it's also a return loop once the finish is. And we're at end of track on the upper main, and we're end of track at the lower main. That's where it will continue around to phase 3. So this is the finish basically of phase 2. Got the fascia all in, we got our UTPs in, we're working on our card racks for our waybills, car cards. Little bridge there. Come across, I'll spread it over. I probably should have put the overhead lights on, but I didn't. At any rate, we've recessed all the switches. And we're coming back to the older part of the layout. Of course, the town of Deadwood, that's been finished up now. It's got a couple more buildings to go up here where the empty lots are. And of course, more trees to be put in. I'll keep filming this as I'll reach over and I'll flip the lights on. All the buildings have lights and interiors and kind of some neat little scenes. I'll try to get up here and get a little shot of the saloon. You can see the guys in there playing poker at the table, and got a few guys drinking. Some people are populated through town. Got the general store with a complete interior and that. And the same with the hotel. Or I should say rooming house. We're not going to call it a hotel. Blacksmith's shop. The blacksmith's back in there working away. And Wu Fong's laundry. No tiki, no washi. And we'll zoom out here to the Deadwood station. And then we'll go back and proceed eastbound. Over here to All American Supply Company. Over to the tank. And the loading pens. As you can see, all the overhead lights are on at the loading pens now because everything comes on when I turn the lights on. And then in the background here, after we go through over the crossing gate, we have Delaney's Corners. Or Delaney Corner, I should say. And we got lots of action going on back there. Next to them, we've got Everest and Sons Ranch they're sheep herders and farmers. They've got a little shack there that they hang out in. And we're going to come back in, zoom out a little bit, and continue eastbound. And now we're coming up to Cook Lumber. Here's the engine shed. Got a couple engines in there. The number 3, the Heisler, is that's the local lumber switcher. He does all the work in the yard. And we've got another engine in there being worked on that they decided they would keep the boys busy and do a little maintenance. There's the powerhouse and the main lumber building and the mill. Coming back out, we'll pan out here to the main line. On the main line, we've got a double-headed passenger train, which is we've got a whole lot of motive power for only one car, but hey, I think it's part of it's a power distribution move, and they decided, well, as long as we're going, I might as well take some people with. In the back, we've got a couple of flat cars, one with a little dozer on it. And we've got the pump house. See the lines going down to the lake to pump the water out. And then the mill pond, the log dump. And you can see the guy out in the middle of the mill pond with a pole guiding the logs up to the ramp going into the mill. These guys are over here getting ready to unload the next load of logs. And we'll keep heading west. Coming up to Mesa Tank. It draws the water out of the lake there and gives us a water stop before we head into the mountain region. And here's Cinnamon Creek. There's our whistle post and our telltale, indicating that we're coming into the tunnel. As we make the big turn here by the creek, and we hit a couple of small trestles into the tunnel. And of course on the side here we've got a little industry spur, and up here we've got the She's All Mine. They mine unobtainium in vast amounts, and so they keep the railroad pretty busy with gons of ore to be headed down to the stamp mills to get work done. So there you have it. That's as much as I've got done so far. Like I said, it's all operational now. We've got the NCE radio cab system built in, and shortly we'll be starting to do the big mountain area with the high bridge, trestle, and a few other little items that'll complete the layout. Hope to have that started maybe in about a week or so. We'll be doing bench work on that. In the meantime, we're just going to keep running trains and having a good time. So here's to the Denver and Cat Canyon Western, signing off.